Okay. And we are live!
Oh, God.
Right here on YouTube with the power of the internet behind us.
And he's hitting my vape.
What is up, Deadly Saints Nation? I am, of course, the host with the most on this right here, GAT channel, Firestar Hart. Boy, we are hyped tonight. This is Dark Angel, of course. Joining us tonight are Chris Zero. And Corbin Hyde, along with Mrs. Hyde herself, Kimberly.
Hello.
Z-E-R-O, Z-E-R-O.
Oh, of course he'd be the one to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, Chris Zero putting over himself. He's done that his entire career, but
Right.
114 world titles later, bitch, I'm still standing.
I'm still standing, and I've lost track of how many world titles I've won, but
before we get on the topic of CXWI, let me just mention that I have to take a piss.
good Lord.
TMI!
That's what I think of CXWI.
Welcome to Demonetized.
welcome to demonetization.
How we got demonetized. Sorry, Chris Zero.
No. Yesterday, starting me, you,
Starting.
and Corbin.
Starring. It's starring. Joey Ryan's gonna dickplex you for that. Already. We're not safe.
Rest in peace.
YouTube's gonna Triple H the hammer down on us. They're gonna Triple H the hammer down. They're gonna smash it down. But
you could say that we just res-erected your YouTube channel.
This has res-erected. But I digress. By the way, folks. Bang.
Whoa, you got crabs? Is that what you said?
What the? Where did that come
I
from?
swore I heard that you have crabs after that. I was like, what the fuck?
I think you're hearing things, Chris Zero.
No. But by the way, water. Because even the freshest of jokes have to remain fresh. But I digress. Folks, we are going to be here tonight talking about All In, and so don't think it's just going to be about All In, because we're so hyped that we're ready to talk about a ton of shit.
If I want, this is going to get hilarious, because heaven forbid.
Oh yeah, it's coming, folks. It's coming, if it ain't already came and went. But I digress. If you have...
You know how things go around here. Things come and go all the time.
Am I vape? Take out all of my vape juice? That's in my vape?
The look on my face.
Things come and go all the time, especially on Connor's wife's face.
Connor's not even on camera right now. We don't know where Chris Zero is.
He's ready to kill me for that one.
If you guys aren't subscribed to us already, then what the hell are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel.
What are you missing out?
Yeah. Subscribe if you haven't already, folks. You can, of course, follow us on Twitch as well, Firestar Hart. You can follow Chris Zero on Twitch at DRW Franchise.
Don't tell me what to do with my life.
Robert Mastromonaco isn't here, but his Twitch is like R Mastromonaco 87. You know, he's an honorable guy.
I've got a Twitch as well.
Jersey Cutter.
Jersey Cutter.
Speaking of Twitch, folks, sometime today, I'm doing my first ever live stream on Twitch for Final Fantasy. 15.
Go ahead and say your Twitch name. I can't remember numbers worth of shit.
It's Guardian Angel 223163.
There you go. You heard it there. All right. And you can, of course, follow us on YouTube. Or not on YouTube. Yes. Follow us all on YouTube. You can even check out Chris Zero's YouTube, which his link is messed up. But if you search in the search bar, Chris Zero DRW, you'll find him. You can also hit us up.
Actually, it's YouTube / Chris0100, I think.
I hope you have a custom link.
Yeah, I got custom links, son.
There you go. About time. Speaking of following people,
Moved up in the world.
Twitter. We also got the Twitter. I'm at Firestar Hart. That's at DarkFireAngel95. And follow these dudes right here. What are y'all's handles?
Andrew
At,
WW97.
At pink fluffy pillow pants dick lover 98.
Why does it only?
Why did we agree to?
Why?
Did we agree to let Harmony? Oh yeah,
Why?
because it's funny as hell.
Why? We're dead.
We're done for.
And he was blaming this all on Killzone. He was blaming it all on Killzone, saying he was gonna be the reason.
Nigga, well, let me tell you this.
Oh no, we're dead.
Damn it, Carter.
We just got kicked off YouTube. You are welcome.
We're pulled.
We're pulled. That's been pulled.
No Spreaker deal.
If you haven't seen her,
iTunes has gone out the window.
Tomatonga, let me teach you how to do this. 0 fucks given.
Maybe that'll save us. Maybe. Of course, you guys want to also get some merchandise. You can check out teespring.com/FirestarHeart Omega Saint Blue or teespring.com/FirestarHeart Omega Deadly Saint. And
you can check out catalystmints.com /store $Chris0100.
I'm beginning to think that's actually a legit one.
That's a what?
That's a legit one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a legit one. That is a legit link.
Nice deal. Catalyst Minutes. There you go, folks. Need energy? Get some Catalyst Minutes.
before Carter got interrupted, I think there's one of them.
Yes. It's another Teespring link. Firestar Hart American Saint. And if you want to join the Hadoken Club, you can get the brand new Ryu Hadoken Club t-shirt at teespring.com/Ryu Hadoken Club. Unfortunately, those links will not be in the description because YouTube says our descriptions are too long, just like somebody's dick. And we'll get to that later.
Jesus. Here we go. What the?
Dick jokes to begin with. But we are obviously here to review All In. For anybody that comes in live now, welcome. If you guys watch in post-production, enjoy the insanity that is this Deadly Saints podcast. So, folks, let's waste no time. Let's get right to the pre-show, and I will let you guys actually put in the opening bets before I actually go in and comment myself.
Okay.
Yes.
For those of you who were not here yesterday or did not see yesterday, Firestar and I, we have a little predictions contest going with All In.
We did.
Did you? Did you really?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Firestar, to start the night, Firestar and I actually agreed with what would start the night as the worst match on the show, in my opinion. The Briscoes versus SCU.
Hey, best to get the shit show started. Like, best.
I wonder if they thought Chicago was the worst town ever. Hashtag SCU.
And you know, you put all of that aside and you really look at it, like, that was probably the best booking decision that the Bucks and Cody did, because that would have been a hell of a way to kill the momentum of the show, to put that dead center of the main card.
Agreed upon.
And that's exactly the kind of shit Vince McMahon would have done. Exactly my point. Now,
hashtag save the Ascension.
Corbin Hyde and Kimberly Hyde. They gave this a dud B rating. Chris Zero said it was okay. He gave it a C minus. Now, I was actually kind of B minus. I said it was solid, but I really felt the Briscoes were. I think everybody felt the Briscoes might have been a little bit out of hand. And now, this doesn't deck my overall show grade at all. And we actually all agreed upon this before posting this up. So we will get to that at the end of our discussion here. Now, on commentary for tonight, we had Ian Riccaboni, Excalibur, and Don Callis, who, if I'm not mistaken, used to be Cyrus, correct?
Yes, Don Callis is Cyrus the Virus.
Ironic.
Now we also had some honorable mentions with guest commentary. We had Mandy Leone and Tennille Dashwood. We also had Timmy. I forget his last name, but he did a phenomenal job.
Tim Storm.
Yeah, Tim Storm. He did a phenomenal job in that NWA World Title match.
They did.
And
Tim
the
was
real
the last person to hold it before Magnus.
They really did. I would love to check out the live chat. If I knew how to, I would. See it pop up just in case. To our viewers, I will say hi.
My friend Caitlin just joined, so hi to Caitlin.
Now, Justin Roberts was the ring announcer, and may I say, this dude hasn't lost. He was very good, very on point tonight. There's not really much to say about the Briscoes and SCU. So.
I mean, you could complain. You could put the Briscoes' performance apart and blame it on the Honor Reunited tour. I mean, if you really look at the Briscoes' performance and Jay Lethal's performance, you could tell that the tour took a toll on their performance because they just came off that UK tour 2 weeks ago. Maybe they weren't fully ready for All In, but Jay Lethal held up a better performance than the Briscoes did.
Yeah, they might not. They might not have.
Put on such a performance.
Yes. Now, the next match was the Battle Royal, and this was also on the pre-show. Now, Dark Angel and I gave this one an outstanding rating. Actually, everybody here agreed upon the outstanding rating of an A. So,
let me explain the main reason why I rated it as high as I did. There were some interesting spots, including the one woman in the match lifting one of the most jacked men I've ever seen in my life above her head and power.
Wolverine!
Dude.
And, sorry, cat has
And welcome to the cat. 7. Just randomly jumping up on the bed here.
On Firestar's side of the bed.
Yeah, on my side of the bed.
Now,
Between that and the crowd reaction when the mask came off and Flip Gordon was underneath it.
Yeah.
Now, if Vince McMahon ever wants to know how to book a battle royal, that's how you do it. Because Billy Gunn, who is a legend in all rights, he would, influential in the Attitude Era, still a good guy today. I mean, I don't like him personally, but Billy Gunn held his own in that battle royal. He wasn't portrayed as a washed up legend. He really held his own. He was really good in the battle royal. Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, they all did really good. I feel like everyone did their part in the battle royal.
Yes.
It wasn't just a waste of time. It had everyone's attention from bell to bell.
That battle royal did indeed. Definitely had everybody's attention all the way through. I was very, very happy on it. I'm just watching my cat go everywhere right now. He is, I don't know what he's doing. It's crazy. I guess he was even excited about how All In turned out tonight. And overall, the show was damn mighty fine. One of the best wrestling shows I've seen this year, if not the best wrestling show I've seen this year. However, some people may think it was no takeover. I'm not comparing.
If you walk by, honest opinion, it beat out Takeover Brooklyn, but there have been some past takeovers that have been better than it.
Yes.
I will say that it wasn't a takeover but it beats out past takeovers. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say that it beat Takeover Brooklyn, but I would say it came damn close. It gave NXT a run for its money. It was better than SmackDown and Raw. I'll say that offhand.
Let's just put it out this way. They set out to prove that indie wrestling could, pardon my French here, but fucking do it. And fucking do it was exactly what they did tonight.
Oh yeah, they proved so many people wrong, and it all started
all in. Yes, no pullout.
This journey started due to a tweet from Dave Meltzer saying that Ring of Honor and the indie scene couldn't sell out a 10,000 seated arena, and they did it in 30 minutes.
Yes,
less than 20.
Yeah, less than 30 minutes. Actually, no. Technically, if you count the seats that were reserved on StubHub and shit like that, it did take 30 minutes.
Yeah, they sold out that show. They sold out that show within half an hour. Very great.
Oh, yeah. And see, for an indie show to do that, because Ring of Honor, it took them an hour to sell out Madison Square Garden. For All In to sell out the Allstate Arena in Chicago, that's impressive.
Absolutely epic.
And I'm telling you right now, there are some fans that are probably disappointed with the show for a stupid reason that we all knew wasn't going to fucking happen. And if you thought it was going to fucking happen, you're an idiot and you need to get over yourself. There are fans that are disappointed that CM Punk did not show up at All In.
CM Punk has said on multiple occasions he's done with professional wrestling. Exactly. And with Colt Cabana in the building, you knew Punk wasn't going to be there.
Exactly. Colt, I'm sorry, Chicago wrestling fans, to CM Punk fans. I love CM Punk myself. Still a fan of the guy. I'm not going to just up and betray him just because dude's done with professional wrestling or whatnot, or because he goes and gets his ass whooped in UFC all the time. Bless his heart, though, he did manage to last all 3 rounds this time, so I give him credit there. But CM Punk, today, buddy. Just call it a day.
That guy should have ended Punk in the first round.
Breaking kayfabe again, because I am Firestar, people, and that's how I am addressed on this channel. Never forget. But from one Phil to another, Phil Brooks, CM Punk. Right off into the sunset. Right. Or you actually, you might want to retract your statement on being done from professional wrestling, because if this court case is anything, hashtag shots fired, you're going to need them wrestling paychecks, buddy.
Yeah, you're going to need a WWE level paycheck. Either you come back or you let the wife take care of the bills.
Or you pull an Enzo Amore and you drop a fire-ass rap song.
Okay, pause.
Rapping is like, okay, actually, I can rap okay. I can rap pretty decently, but CM Punk rapping is like watching. I would say is like watching Corey Taylor sing the theme song from SpongeBob SquarePants, but that's been done as well. So I'll say like Undertaker, fucking doing Ice Ice Baby on stage.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new mission.
Would be that person?
No, it would go like exactly like I did. Ice, Ice, baby, rested, baby.
Vanilla Ice, you will rest in peace.
Or even better.
I love Undertaker, but his nickname is also now the Older Taker. Yes, this is a GTS joke. Rest in peace.
Now, here's another one that'll mess with you. Here's another one that would mess with you. Again, CM Punk dropping a rap song would be like Vince McMahon doing karaoke.
Stand back. Hey, that song was good. Fuck you.
No.
It really was.
And singing this. Are you ready?
Seeing CM Punk drop a rap song would be like Vince McMahon starting to take over.
Look, if you had, pal, one shot, pal, or one opportunity,
No,
He sees everything that you ever wanted.
I'm stopping you right there.
In
I'm
one
stopping you
damn
right there.
moment.
I'm stopping you right there. That's all we need. That's all.
He just started singing an Eminem song out of nowhere. You recognize it
That's all we needed. That's all we needed.
I feel like Vince could drop a fire rap song.
Oh my God.
Stand
I'd
back,
buy the album.
tired.
Or it could be
How,
like
But on a serious note, we all know what WWE stands for.
Walk
with Elias.
What does WWE stand for?
Walk
with
Elias.
Now you're getting it.
oh man, how much do you guys think Vince was rolling over tonight, having fucking nightmares because of this show?
The thing that gave him the
Vince.
nightmare, was that Stardust is the NWA World Champion.
Yep. God damn it, that was Stardust. It used to be Stardust.
The thing that pissed me off the most about the Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes matches, I don't give a shit about a 90-day contract. I don't give a shit about a WWE contract. Dustin should have been in his corner. Vince should have said, you know what? It's a one-time thing. This is his shot to live his dad's dream. Go. It should have.
This is already tweeted out. Congratulations too.
Well, I know, but it would have been a better moment for Cody because he had his godfather there. It just would have been better if Dustin was there, especially for that moment. Cody winning the NWA World Title. Imagine if you would have had Paige, Cody, and Dustin there. Like that just.
Oh my God, dude.
Can we talk about something for a minute, though?
What's that?
What's up,
The
Lance Storm?
Diamond Cutter. The Diamond Cutter.
Yes.
The pop that got. I don't care if you're 2 or 200. That motherfucker drops a diamond cutter. That's better than any RKO out of nowhere.
That was awesome, man. That was
All I have to say about that, feel the
And that's a good thing.
yes. It is. All right, so our opening match, we'll get more into that when we get to our opening match on the card was MJF, aka Maxwell Jacob Freeman, versus M-Dog Matt Cross, and Matt Cross won. The Firestar and Dark Angel rating went for great, which is a B plus. Corbin Hyde said it was great. B plus. Kimberly Hyde gives it a solid B minus, and Chris Zero gave it a B plus, great as well. This match, guys, great opener, set the mood. It set the tone for the show, and
there have been several spots throughout the night that made me cringe. One of them was in this MJF match.
Yeah,
where he had Cross hanging through the middle rope and hit a pile driver.
Oh, pile drivers just. Oh, I love it. Oh, hits home with me.
Oh.
No, okay. So, let's be honest here. If you gotta have any guy go out there and you say, hey, you're the curtain puller, do the fucking job. You give that job to Matt Cross. Because that guy, I don't care if it's with a broomstick, if it's with a midget, that dude tears the house down.
He's like
no disrespect to Mascarita, but
the fucking blow up doll.
Hey, Kota did it first. Leave him alone.
exactly.
Kitty's was better.
No, don't you lie to yourself. But no, Matt Cross and MJF. I'm not a fan of MJF. I'm a fan of his heel work. The guy's a good worker. I'm just personally not a fan of MJF. But tonight, if you didn't know who MJF is at the beginning of the night, you knew at the end of that match.
You knew it now. You know it now.
I'm a fan of his in-ring work, and he does his job as a heel great because he's made Chris Zero hate him, and Chris likes most people.
Exactly.
Oh,
he's doing his job.
By the way, because they were all in, we're representing the night.
Yes, we are.
If my shirt wasn't in the washer, I'd be wearing my Bullet Club shirt.
There you go.
But I spilled nachos on it during All In, so.
Baby.
Right.
Who's with me?
Oh man, just great opener all around. Now the match I actually got to put in some decent insight on was actually would we tell that to CM Punk's face? Somebody in the chat just said, would we tell that to CM Punk's face?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I feel
Would I say that to CM Punk's face? Bitch, I'd say that to Stone Cold if they paid me. I'd tell CM Punk where to fucking put me in an octagon with Punk. I'll take him one round. Let's go, bitch.
Give me a down payment. People like to think I can't hang in the ring. I've proven time and time again I can hang in the ring. And it's not just because of the matches that have been written for me or the matches that have been played on a game. You may not know about this about me, but yeah, I've hung in the ring.
No, okay. So let me just be honest here. If you are a pro wrestling fan, there are three things that you do. You hate John Cena, you love John Cena, and you should hate CM Punk. And let me tell you why.
Good, but we don't.
Back in 1997, Bret Hart went to walk out for a bigger contract with the most prestigious price in professional wrestling. He turned his back on us. In 2000, what was it, 14 when that little bitch quit?
14, yes.
14.
In 2014, when he walked away due to health problems and I was getting hit for real, then I go join the UFC. Get the fuck out of here. It's cool if you chase your dreams. I'm good with that. But fucking be honest. Like, that's my biggest thing with Punk. He's a lying sack of shit.
Tired of wrestling, I'm done.
Yeah, he should have been like, all right, I did what I came here to do. I'm gonna go pursue UFC. I'd have been down with that. Brock did it. Brock's like, I'm done. I'm going to the NFL. I'm going to UFC. My dog. He let his contract expire and he left like a wrestler should.
Where did Brock squawk it?
What? Oh, did Brock squawk it? Back then, he probably squawked it. But nonetheless, CM Punk walked out on us, so I have no respect for CM Punk. Did I hope him well in the UFC? I did. But the dude went in there against Mickey Gall, got the shit kicked out, and went against that fucking Mike Jackson guy. And Mike Jackson could have finished him in the first round in the first minute. Jackson toyed with him. And I'm a UFC MMA enthusiast. I can tell you fucking round for round when Jackson had him beat. Dana White can tell you. Dana White was furious after that fight.
He was so furious that he fired Jackson, and he was like pitiful nice. Pitiful levels of nice to CM Punk. But he wasn't afraid to lay in on Jackson. He straight up fired Jackson. But when Dana White was like, yeah, we should just hang it up. Let's probably call it a day.
Yeah, and it's because
he was pissed.
He gave CM Punk two opportunities on a main card. The fight should have been put on Fight Pass, but he gave him two opportunities on a main card. The Mickey Gall fight went as expected. Mickey Gall went in there, did his job, ended Punk. Done. Jackson went in there and said, I'm going to make a mockery out of this former pro wrestler, and I'm going to get my name known. And he did it. A lot of people were talking about Jackson for the next week, but they weren't talking good things. He's a shitty fighter. It was disrespectful to Punk to toy with him. It's disrespectful to the UFC to toy with him. It didn't need to go 3 rounds. You go in there, you do your job, you get out. Look at Daniel Cormier.
You know what I would love? What I would have loved if Punk had actually made that bite fucking Jackson in the ass. If Punk had made that bite Mike Jackson in the ass, that would have been great. But Punk could not dig his fucking balls out and get his fist going.
No, I think if at the end of that fight,
I don't think Punk quite grasped the concept.
At the end of that fight, if Punk would have beat Jackson, it would have changed the whole outlook on it. But Jackson had him beat, kept having him beat, and beat him by decision. He didn't trust his skill on finishing Punk. And I understand that, but again, it's disrespectful to Punk and it was disrespectful to the UFC. I don't like Punk anymore. I don't even respect Punk anymore. But you need to respect the community of which you're in. If you're a pro wrestler and you're getting in there and you fuck with another pro wrestler, you're disrespectful. You get in MMA and you disrespect another MMA fighter, you're disrespecting the MMA community. It's a whole thing.
Yes.
You made an interesting point there, Firestar. Punk couldn't dig his balls out. The problem is Punk's balls weren't even anywhere near the octagon that night because they were stuck in his wife's purse.
Oh,
And Phil, not you, Phil Brooks.
oh, I know.
If you have an issue with me, please contact me on Twitter and I'll arrange an MMA fight so I can beat your ass too.
Logan Paul could beat his ass, and I hate Logan Paul.
Don't get me started on the Pauls. They're big, and as far as I'm concerned, they're jackasses that owe me money. Even though they don't fucking know me, their douchebaggery alone, they should be paying me. All I'm saying is, we should be bigger than what they fucking are. But douchebags seem to manage to get up there. But don't worry, folks, we're not here to betray you. We're not here to be douchebags. We're here to be sometimes brutally honest, but we're here to also try and be your friend. But don't think twice, because if you do, fuck us over. Do kick back.
Hey, to the dude who was asking us if we would say this to Punk's face, please send this fucking video to him. Please.
Oh, Lord.
As a favor.
Punk follows me on Twitter. I'll do it personally.
You know what's crazy? I'm the guy out here that is still a fan of CM Punk, and even this would probably get me fucked over in that department.
Punk turned his back on his best fucking friend over some fucking court fees. He can go fuck himself.
All right. Right there. I actually have a rant on this one. They're both being fucking idiots.
Colt Cabana's in the right.
Idiots, and here's why. If CM Punk said that, all right, well, you fucking take care of it, move the fuck on, get the fuck over it. You guys just won a fucking court case after all. And Colt Cabana, whatever he said, well, you're still fucking bitching about it. The bottom line is, both of you need to grow the fuck up, get the shit taken care of, and move the fuck on with your lives. That is all you need to fucking do. There don't need to be no, oh, I need to sue you now, or this she said, he said, she said. Bullshit, you guys just fucking out of court.
No, now, Colt tried to settle it with Punk. Punk wouldn't return any of his phone calls. Colt tried to handle it like an adult. If you listen to the Art of Wrestling podcast, Colt talked about trying to handle it like an adult. Punk would not communicate with Colt. So Colt had to go to the court.
Okay, then I'll all right. Thanks for enlightening me on that.
Previous statement retracted.
Now to you, Punk. Stop being a dumbass. I don't know if you've taken too many headshots in the octagon. I think it's fucked with your brain.
Well, I don't know. Mickey Gall didn't even hit him in the face. Mickey Gall just took him to the ground and beat the shit out of him.
He choked him out.
Yeah, he choked him out. He was like, my bitch tonight.
Anyway.
He got Punk cuddled.
Let's go back. Let's get back to the subject at hand.
Yeah, let's get back to the subject on hand. Special guest referee, Terry fucking Lynn, and Christopher Daniels versus Stephen Amell. All the match alone, Amell brought it to me. He impressed. This is what made me give it the first A+ of the night on my end. I gave it an epic. That's an A+ on my end. Corbin and Kimberly agreed that it was outstanding. Gave it an A. Chris Zero gives it a solid, which is a B-. Guys.
For a moment, I know this is about Stephen Amell and Chris Daniels, but for a moment, can we talk about how perfect Jerry Lynn's nickname is now that he's a ref?
Oh, no.
Do you know what his nickname is, Phil?
I'm going to let you lead in on that because you were the one that brought it up.
The whole reffing show.
The whole reffing show. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
The reason why I graded the Amell and Daniels match the way I did, storytelling wise, Amell brought it. I love Amell to death. He showed that just because he's an actor doesn't mean he can't hang in the ring. But I feel like Daniels should have been a little bit more on cue, and Stephen Amell should have went in there with the adrenaline rush he did, because it's like Don Callis said earlier in the match, that adrenaline rush will gas you later. And as soon as his adrenaline was gone, you could tell because he was fucking gassed. And so was Daniels. Daniels overshot the BME, and even the crowd was like, damn it. Like you could even hear the breath of the crowd just go, oh, this was so good until then. The Mr. Seguri by Amel. There was some botches in the match. I mean, it was a good match. It ended well. It was a solid, but Daniels and Amel just should have, had a little bit more calmer head going into it. They should have been like, all right, hey, let's go in there, let's tear this down a little bit better. But I mean, overall, it was a good match, other than the missed BME and the other botches.
Right.
Let me stop and say something. I got so into the match. Was the missed BME the last one of the match?
No, it was the second to last one. He got the last BME on fucking point.
Okay, I was gonna say, because the second to last one I didn't notice either.
Yeah, the second to last one he completely overshot him.
Like I was so drawn into the match. I was like, best moonsault ever.
Yeah, that BME, all he hit him with was his hands. Like he came down flat on the mat and hit him with his hands. And you can even see Amel like, damn it, I didn't move. It was Amel's fault. Amel didn't move, but
Who the heck this guy?
Daniels got too much oomph off the ropes and just overshot him. So
Does anybody know who Ryan Lennon is?
no, I don't know Ryan Leonard.
Why? Who's he calling out?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to. I was trying to
Because when he
decipher the dislike on the video, and I'm wondering if it was a troll that just came along and disliked.
Probably because we're shit talking
it's
Punk.
that dude that was asking us if we would fucking say that to Punk's face.
Maybe. Don't know.
Fuck that guy
But
and his parents.
I want to digress and still say I'm still a Punk fan, but it's just mainly because it's probably just mainly because I still managed to find some use of him that he had. But
Cena said it best. CM sucks.
Yes. And but let's give it to this match. Yes, Amel drove it all the way though. He did bring it, and yes, he got gassed out. That one spot where Amel was trying, he was trying so hard, and ended up sending himself through the table. Damn dodge.
Oh, the diving elbow drop?
Yes, Amel goes crashing through the table. Crash and burn.
Took it like a champ.
He did indeed. And Jerry Lynn, this is where Jerry Lynn started, that he really came in to shine. I mean, this is why he's the whole reffing show.
That was some Earl Hebner shit that he did.
He just picks him up, throws him in the ring, and he's like, no, we're not in this on a double count out. You guys get back up and start fighting.
Now see, he also botched that though, because he went to 9 and pulled him in. All the matches that night were supposed to go to a 20 count. They were going by New Japan rules with the 20 count.
Right.
He was supposed to go to 19 and pull him in. He went to 9 and pulled him in.
Oh yeah, I think Jerry Lynn was just like, man, fuck counting the 20.
Well, you could hear Ian talk about it on the commentary. He's like, oh, the 20 count is established. And Jerry Lynn took the fucking earpiece out and grabbed him and threw him in. Hell's guy, he heard it.
Yeah, Jerry's like, fuck your rules. I'm towing
Fuck
him
your rules. I can't count that high. I took too many chair shots.
I can't count that high. Too many chair shots. Oh, man. But
RVD fucked me up at Barely Legal.
Blame Van Dam. Blame Van Dam.
Shout out to RVD right there for fucking up there.
He's probably higher than a kite.
Can you blame him? I wouldn't mind being that way right now.
I can imagine RVD vapes. So, Daniels actually gets reversed when he went for the Angel's Wings, but ends up hitting the best moonsault ever to get the
that Northern Light suplex modification by Amel with the counter of the Angel Wing. That was fucking amazing.
It was. It really was.
I think what shocked me the most out of Amel's performance was him hitting a Falcon.
This makes me feel a bit better.
Hey, man, glad to make you feel better, Isakov. Welcome to the chat. Now, I love when a male basically, essentially, he flipped Daniels off, and it was like, bring it, fucker, bring it. And Daniels brings it, and that's when the reversal happens. Now, to me, yes, they got gas out. They had a couple dead spots in the match, but right there in the end, they made sure to pick it back up to get that.
Oh yeah, they closed it out strong. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not taking anything away from the match, but I'm just saying, with those few mess ups is what brought it down to a B+ for me. But I mean, overall, it was a good match. Amel had the performance I was expected. I mean, actually higher than expected for what was it, like his second or third match?
Second.
I want to say only second match ever. First singles match ever.
No, I think he had a match with Ring of Honor previously.
Maybe.
Because he had a tag match. It was him. Because they're talking about it during the match. He had a tag match in Ring of Honor.
Wasn't it like a rematch of some sorts with Cody?
Yeah, it was him and Cody versus
The Kingdom.
I don't know who it was. The Kingdom, that's who it was. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so actually Cody and Arrow were teaming together. Yeah. And
because that's when they did the whole. That's when they came out as the Vigilante Club.
Yeah, and they actually won. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why at the end of the match, Ian's like, well, I guess he's undefeated in tag matches.
Yep, because he wouldn't have brought that up if Amel hadn't won another match before him.
Yeah. They also brought up the SummerSlam match that him and Cody had against, I think wasn't it like Neville and somebody else?
It was him and Neville against Cody and somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neville and Amel versus Cody and I believe Baron Corbin.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
At that time.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it was Baron Corbin.
Constable Corbin.
No, wait. Constable Corbin. But they showed respect after celebrating together. Fantastic. Saw a bit of that tonight here at All In, and I guarantee you, there's multiple why. The biggest one being because it's like, look here, folks, we made it. This is All In. We fucking made it. That's exactly what I feel like this was, and the respect being shown at the end of the matches like these, bar none, except for Jericho. We'll get to that later on. That's I think the best way you could have gone about it was, in general, celebrating the good matches you were putting on and celebrating the fact that this show is a huge success and you're performing great on it. You're giving your heart out. I love the fact that happened, and that actually happened again with this next match that we're about to get to, the 4-corner survival women's match. Dr. Britt Baker versus Tessa Blanchard versus Madison Rayne, or as she's going to be known as in WWE, which I believe is her actual first name as well, Ashley Rayne, and versus Chelsea Green. Tessa Blanchard won that match. Now we gave the match rating a solid B-, with the note fun match and botched finish. We will talk about that. Corbin Hyde said it was a decent C. Kimberly Hyde gave it a good B. And Chris Zero gave it a decent C. Let's talk about this match, folks.
Me personally, I think that it takes a lot of guts to just continue on like Tessa Blanchard did. Me, I know I'm not no pro wrestler, but I couldn't do something like that. I don't have that strong will. But kudos to her.
It definitely takes a lot. It definitely takes you definitely got to get that training in. But I have a feeling that, well, actually, you know what? I wouldn't say anybody could do it, because look at Eva Marie. Ooh, another shot fired. We're gonna get famous off of firing shots at people. That's what's gonna happen.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like the women's match could have been better. It it was damn good. The commentary was a little sketchy, and I feel like the girls weren't taking the spots they were supposed to because a lot of the commentary was like, "Oh, what are they doing?"
Yeah, that did happen. That's what drug it down for me. I was prepared to give the whole show an A just because I've pretty much been an indie mark because WWE. Not and I'm sorry to have to say, but NXT's part of WWE, and with Raw and SmackDown kind of sort of being down draggers somewhat. SmackDown's better than Raw, yes. NXT's the best brand, but when you have a show that's still dragging the product down overall, it makes everything let down. So, yes, we've all kind of sort of become, the indie mark club, but which is just about everybody. However, I am personally a guy that still tries to pretty much enjoy product just because.
It's like I've met somebody, I think you know the guy, doesn't get the indies. Doesn't understand it. John Rucker.
Yeah.
And while I don't agree with him, I can respect his opinion. It's a to each their own thing.
Yeah.
It's like your channel, you guys, this is the first real independent show that we've reviewed.
Yes, it is.
And my channel, which I'm getting up and running tonight, will be reviewing New Japan, Ring of Honor, Progress Wrestling, ICW, stuff like that.
And if we manage to get a hold of all that ourselves over here, we'll probably do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hit me up after the stream and I can hook you up with New Japan World.
Basically, we also do gameplay here too as well. So we have a lot on our plate. So it's as we get it out to you guys' faces. So as long as you guys stay patient with us, keep on toughing it out with us, then we appreciate you guys for anything you're able to do for us. But the match was good. Wasn't the best, but it was good. They all hugged it out afterwards. I love that little moment. Tessa Blanchard hugging Magnum TA and her, I believe her father before the match.
Tully, yeah.
Tully, yeah.
She brought out her stepdad and her dad.
Yeah, her stepdad and her dad. Love that. Love that little bit.
Loved that Britt Baker came out to Adam Cole's theme.
Yes, that was a good one.
That was a good Mark moment.
Adam Cole, baby.
Hang on. Connor.
What?
I got something for you.
For you. I love it so much. I wish he'd use his indie theme.
Oh, man. It's only.
I wish they'd give Keith Lee his indie theme because he recorded it.
Bask in my glory.
Keith freaking Lee.
We somehow always wind up on the subject of Keith Lee.
Keith mother flipping Lee.
He is the next Rock. Just watch. He's the most, other than Ricochet, he is the most electrifying man in NXT.
I already called him that.
Yeah, we called him that yesterday, Connor.
We did. Now the next match, and probably the best build out of all of them. I wouldn't have even been upset about it main eventing, actually. But it ended up going right for when it did go on. This is pretty much like almost a series of A+ for me, also from here on out. But by God, the build of this match, the blood, sweat, and tears poured into this match. Just everything, leaving it all out there, putting your heart into something. You want to talk about that? That's what this match was right here. And we are, of course, talking about now the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Cody Rhodes, or a.k.a. the American Nightmare, a.k.a. Cody. By the way, subscribe to that YouTube channel and become part of his Nightmare family. I just recently did. It's awesome. It's like being part of the elite. It's amazing.
And while we're on the subject of this match, I can guarantee you that there is a very happy American dream up in heaven tonight, looking down at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See,
that's they named the pay-per-view All In, And what better match for it to be at than Magnus versus Cody? Because Cody literally put everything up for that match. He put the Ring of Honor on the line. He basically, and he said, like, if he couldn't beat Magnus, he didn't belong in a ring.
Yep.
That this was the be-all, end-all for Cody and for Cody's family. And the walk to the ring that he had, you knew on his face when he was crying on his way to the ring that this was it for Cody. This was a must-win in this match. It wasn't a scripted match for him. This was as real as it got. And he gave every bit of Dusty that he had. He gave every bit of it in that ring.
He did. It was absolutely amazing. This match was an absolute work of art.
This was a literal NWA, a Jim Crockett Promotions throwback.
It was. And can we also say, Disarm by Smashing Pumpkins was the song as part of the builder to this. That was also amazing. Billy Corgan, dude. Hell yeah.
All In by Down Straight. That was just a good song, too.
That one, too. That was the entire event theme, by the way. Down Straight's a pretty good band. I've loved Smashing Pumpkins. Been a fan of them for at least 20 years. Actually, probably 23 or more years.
And talking about determination, though, that was the most determination I've ever seen in anybody.
Cody was hella determined. That kid, man.
I mean, he was determined. He was like, I'm going to beat this person.
Tonight, he evolved from being Dusty's son
to being
Cody. Because as much as that Ring of Honor World title helped him,
as much as being in the Bullet Club has helped him,
nothing could quite break that glass ceiling where he wasn't just Dusty's kid.
And now
he was no longer the grandson of a plumber. He is now the NWA World Champion.
Yes, he is.
He's no longer, as Dusty would say it, he no longer the son of a plumber. Baby, he the champion.
He the champion, baby. Yes.
You gotta drop the heavyweight world champion of the world, if you will. That's how you gotta do it.
Kim is headed to bed. She's had a long day. I'm going to move to the bedroom and we will continue this discussion.
Yes. All right. Good night. This is Hyde.
Good night.
Well, folks, in the chat, feel free to say good night. We are down to 4 hosts. Our thing out here. Chris Zero over there. And, of course, we got Corbin Hyde on the mat. And we actually got halfway through the show, I would say. Yes.
Yeah, roughly, because there was 11 matches.
Roughly, yeah. Halfway or maybe about or close halfway to about 60. This match got straight A+ from us. It was straight up epic. Cody Rhodes, Indian, managed to get the win, throwing shades of the British Bulldog versus Bret Hart 1992 SummerSlam with that sunset flip reverse into the roll-up. How many times have we seen this finish as of late? I'm not bitching about the finish because at this match, it fit. This match to me, it fits. But we've seen this finish quite a bit lately.
I'll agree with you there. We've seen that finish a lot, yes. But
this one did it right.
Yeah.
This one not.
I couldn't have pictured Cody putting Magnus away with the Crossroads anyway. You weren't gonna pin a phenomenal NWA World Champion like Magnus with a finisher. You were gonna have to get him off. It was gonna have to be out of nowhere, whether it be a schoolboy, a victory roll. I don't care what it was. That was the perfect way to end it.
Well, I will say this: you could beat him with a finisher, but it's not going to be on your first finisher, and the finisher is going to have to come out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like if you would have countered,
if he would have
oh my god,
the Crossroads,
If he would have countered that pile driver, turned him around, and nailed him with crossroads, I'd have been fine with it.
Now, yes, yes, but you were saying, as you were saying, but like I just brought up with the counter, if the finisher comes out of nowhere, you can get him with a finisher. Like you were saying, a guy like the Magnus Nick Aldis, the finisher was gonna have to come out of nowhere.
And let's pause for a moment and talk about the, for lack of a better term, outside interference in this match.
Lack of outside interference?
No, the lack of a better interference.
Are we still on the Cody and Magnus match?
Yeah, where Brandy came and covered up Cody, and Brandy dropped the back.
That told the story about Magnus too, because when he hit the elbow drop, he stopped. He was like, "Oh shit!"
He was like, "Uh-oh."
Like his eyes went wide. He was like, "Fuck."
Now, but in the same time, Brandy put herself in that position.
He did.
She took the elbow drop, and I really feel like when Cody saw it, Cody knew, now I have to win.
He was like, she done sacrificed herself for me. Now I have to win. He also was probably certain that it was an accident as well, because Magnus, I believe, was already coming off the top of that elbow.
Well, Magnus told her move like 3 fucking times, and then he gets to the top rope, comes off, and she lays on top of Cody. She took the elbow drop like a champ. And the match went off without a hinge, and then Sean Daivari. I don't know what Sean Daivari was doing inside a wrestling ring, but Sean Daivari gets in, tries to throw in the towel for Cody, and the biggest pop of the night, maybe besides Flip Gordon taking off the mask, the diamond cutter of the century.
Yes. Yes.
The first diamond cutter since the early 2000s.
No.
No. There was a recent diamond cutter.
Yeah, no, he competed in TNA for a little bit.
And there's been a recent WWE return. And
the Rumble. He nailed the diamond cutter at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the greatest Royal Rumble. It wasn't as good, though. That was probably one of the greatest diamond cutters.
And that's the thing. What upset me was he didn't do the taunt afterward.
It wasn't his moment.
But
that would have took the moment away from Cody.
Yeah.
What was great was
watching it was great. The diamond cutter was stealing the moment enough.
It was.
I got WCW flashbacks with the way he exited the ring.
But
he just kind of dropped through the middle rope.
It was genius that they were able to squeeze in getting the diamond cutter for All In.
Oh yeah. That was a good little cameo.
To me, that's no takeaway. Tommy Dreamer wasn't even there. This bottom line about this match was an instant classic, and I give you this caption: what storytelling, what everything. This is All In.
Yeah, that match right there, I feel like should have main evented, but because Cody probably was like, I don't want to book it and main event it. That match alone was All In. That was the whole point of the pay-per-view. I don't get why the 6-man tag main evented All In.
That was kind of,
but I didn't really grasp the reason why it was the main event. But
I digress. I would have, and considering the next match coming up, I probably would have even taken the Chicago Street Fight. Just because.
Res erected. My wife was like, what the fuck is going on when Joey Ryan came out with the penises, and then she watched her first dick flip today.
That was it. That was right there.
That was her first dick flip, and what a dick flip to see than the one he came back from death for.
I know, right? I love how
before we
presumed dead.
Before we continue, I need to speak to whoever was agenting this event.
AC's at 73.
Oh.
Okay.
Here's why I need to speak to whoever was agenting this event. Whichever one of you fuckers greenlit that burning hammer onto a ladder.
That was beautiful.
But I'm going to kill you.
That burning hammer. Jesus.
And that wasn't a Bianca Belair inverted Death Valley driver. That was a true burning hammer.
It really was. My jaw dropped when I saw that. I was like, oh dear. And that jumped the match. I originally thought the match was just going to be a B, but once that happened, immediately my grade went from B up to A plus. I jumped straight from great to epic because holy shit. There's no other way to describe it. Those wrestling crowds out there, when they go holy shit, yeah, there's a holy shit moment happening.
If that wasn't enough to push your rating up, shortly after that, Janela took one of the meanest power bombs I've ever seen in my life.
God, dude was dead.
No, he didn't die until he took the rite of passage off the ladder.
Oh my God, that was fucking picture. You want to book Hangman Page as a fucking psychopath? That's how you do it,
dude.
I'm with Connor here.
All right. I got you a quote here, and yes, I actually labeled that spot as a 6 spot as well. But here you go. Here's a little JR for you. My God, the boots! It's the cursed boots! Good God Almighty! As God is my witness, he's gonna kill him.
Okay. So I've never watched a Joey Janela match until tonight.
I'm a fan.
The bad boys got me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do something for you two after I get paid on Monday. You two are going to have to share a password with me. But there is a match that if you love Joey Janela and you love crazy-ass hardcore shit...
Didn't he fight Jimmy Havoc?
That's where I'm going with this. You need to see this match.
I heard about it. It was all over my Twitter.
It happened at the Super Strong Style 16 this year.
Oh, Lord. It
was a death match between Havoc and Janela. By God.
I feel like that match was a way to get Joey Janela to be a household name, but it was also to let people know that Hangman's not fucking around. Because like if you watch Hangman's match with Minoru, oh my God, that wasn't Adam Page from 6 months ago. That's not even Hangman Page. That was straight Hangman Page beating the shit out of Suzuki, and you don't see that often. Goto did it at Wrestle Kingdom, but you don't see Suzuki get his ass whooped like you saw between him and Page.
Yeah.
It goes one of two ways in a match.
Suzuki is the baddest man on the planet, in my opinion, and Page whooped that ass.
He did. And
there's my dad and I discussed something that if Minoru Suzuki and Brock Lesnar got into a fight backstage, who would win? My dad
Suzuki would wrap him up like a pretzel and rip his spine out.
Here's what my dad had to say. He said it without even thinking. Fucking Suzuki in a heartbeat. Here's why. You can punch concrete and break it, but it's going to hurt like hell, and it's going to take a hot minute.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And with Suzuki has a better MMA record than Lesnar does.
That's crazy.
That's an exact quote from my dad.
Now, of course, our jokes, we joke about getting demonetized as well, even though it possibly very well could happen. But if we aren't already, and maybe hopefully this won't, but if anything, this is going to become the hashtag demonetized moment of the night, unless we're lucky. And this is also what Cultaholic and King Ross would call a WTF moment, or a WTF moment. Joey
One word describes this moment. Res-erected.
Res erected. I would also settle for Dicktastic, but
Dick-tastic. I didn't even think about that. That's great.
I've heard
Phenomenal.
let me go get the Gat. Let me go get Gat. He will come in here and say that for you. Because if you thought anything he would say was Gat-tastic, then you obviously haven't heard Gat say anything else was other than Dick-tastic.
Now, let me I have heard a lot of weird shit.
The Dick Druids. We have to start off with how it with all the. We have to start off from the beginning, coming in on this. The Dick.
Wait, there's one part that I have to point out. I have heard a lot of weird shit chanted at wrestling events. I have heard people chant Zach Gibson, "Where's my car stereo? Where's my car stereo? Where's my car stereo?" One of my personal favorites that I witnessed personally, Kevin Steen went to the top rope when he was in Ring of Honor to do a damn
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking say it.
Oh my God.
And he leaps off the top rope. Fly, fat ass, fly.
Fuck all of you.
Fat ass fly. That actually kind of
tonight topped everything.
No, I don't know. I think one of the better chants was that final battle the year he came back and he beat the shit out of El Generico and the crowd chanted, "That was racist."
No. Tonight's chant beat that, and here's why. I have never in my life thought I would hear this chanted at a wrestling event. Rest in penis. Rest in penis.
Oh
Don Callis was having a mark out moment over that.
He was. I even marked out. I mean, I'm
Ian,
like,
I don't think Ian cares much.
Joey Ryan versus Undertaker crossed my mind with the caption of "Rest in Peace" versus "Rest in Penis."
Penis.
You could tell that it made Ian very uncomfortable, and he did not agree with the moment. He's like, "I have a kid at home, guys." That's all he said.
I have a kid at home, guys.
And he's like,
"I have a kid at home. It's past his bedtime. I hope he's not watching this."
And he was a sex ed teacher. And Don Callis goes, "You're a sex ed teacher? Did you ever even go on a date?" I fucking laughed my ass off.
Oh my God, Excalibur.
I was like, what a Corey Graves thing to say.
What? Oh my God, that really is. That really is.
Corey Graves and Don Callis on commentary would be golden.
Oh God.
Put Mauro Ranallo with those two as well.
Put Mauro, Don Callis, and Corey Graves on the same commentary team, and I swear to God, that's
and the sad thing is, Mauro would be the sane one.
That's crazy. All right. Give us a 4-man commentary team and put Mauro Ranallo, JR, Corey Graves, and Don Callis. And
Chris Zero.
No, here's
if you go on and become the 5th man, I'm becoming the 6th man.
Why not do a 100-man booth and include
all the insane commentators?
Why not?
As long as Michael Cole isn't there, we'll be all right.
Oh my! Shut up!
I would.
Is.
Did you ever see the YouTube video where like Michael Cole? Oh, I don't know what he said. He kept saying like vintage something vintage, and JBL picked up his water bottle and threw it at him.
Shut up!
I laughed my ass off. He was like, "Shut the fuck up, Cole," and he thought his mic was off, but it wasn't.
Shut up, Maggle.
No, he said, "Shut the fuck up, Michael." He didn't just say "shut up." He said, "Shut the fuck up."
Shut the fuck up, Maggle.
My favorite.
JBL's a dick, but he's an alright commentator.
I think my favorite moment, as far as Michael Cole and off-air moments that were never meant to be heard. Do I really need to plug the goddamn app again? I've been plugging this fucking thing all night.
That was great.
But yes, sir, I'll do it, sir. Yeah, I mean, but the way Michael Cole went from having balls to having no balls and caving in and going, yes, sir.
That's because
Vince was going freaking balls ballistic on him over the other end. Like,
we'll see. That's probably because Vince was like, "Hey, plug the app again," and he's like, "What?" And then Mr. McMahon was like, "Fucking excuse me."
I'll get Joey Ryan a penis flex you.
Fuck that. Vince will go out with his genetic jackhammer.
I'll suplex you with the grapefruit slam.
Oh, Joey Ryan versus Vince McMahon. Oh my God. The grapefruits versus the iron penis.
The grapefruit versus the iron penis. There's so many dream matches that you can.
Or even better, Joey Ryan versus Hangman Page versus Vince McMahon.
You have to add in Undertaker because of the phrase.
Versus Undertaker. And here we go.
Rest.
Could you imagine Undertaker trying to hold a straight face with the crowd chanting "Rest in penis"?
Now let's put all these phrases. Let's put all these things together to make it make sense. We got rest in peace. We got rest in penis. We got hungman, and we got grapefruits. So the hungman's gonna try to take the grapefruits, but he's gonna end up either resting in the penis or resting in peace.
I feel like Undertaker should win that match just on, it's the Undertaker alone. But could you imagine, like, the Undertaker laughing during that match? Like,
Undertaker.
As soon as he takes all of his gear off and, they're standing there before the bell rings and you just hear the crowd, "Rest in penis," that little smirk the Undertaker does.
Be like,
he'd be like,
No. Here's where Taker would crack up. Joey Ryan's fucking oiling himself up, and the crowd's going, "Rest in penis," and he's just like locked eyes with Joey Ryan.
Or no. Could you imagine if like Taker's the one to break the penis? Like he goes to dick flip Taker, and Taker just like squeezes him harder and just like snaps it. Oh my, that'd be a perfect storyline.
The broken penis courtesy.
Taker made the penis rest in penis.
Oh my God.
I think the best way to end the Joey Ryan streak with the penis
is Undertaker.
Is not the Undertaker.
It's not?
No.
No, wait, it's me. Okay.
Because they kind of ended it already at the WrestleCon Super Show. Or not the WrestleCon, but the WrestleCon Super Show in Orlando. There was a Joey Ryan intergender wrestling challenge, and the person who answered the challenge, it was in New Orleans, was Jerry Lawler.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And did Jerry Lawler fist drop him?
No, Jerry threw a fireball at his dick.
Why does Joey Ryan put his penis on the... I'll never know.
But no, like take nothing away from Joey Ryan. That dude is a hell of a talent.
I got a mega 10-man tag team match for you guys too. The Penis Druids versus Undertaker's Druids.
Were there 10 Penis Druids?
No, there was like 5 or 6.
No, there was more than that. There was like a good like 8 or 9.
There was 8. There was 4 on each side of the aisle.
There was enough to carry Hangman Page off after the.
One had to carry Hangman's dick.
Oh God!
Man.
Good eye for catching that.
I can't believe how that got started. But did you guys ever hear about how that got started? They were getting changed in a locker room, and the Young Bucks looked at his dick and realized that it was longer than Joey's. Hence why they called him Hangman Page.
Yeah.
And it was just supposed to be a thing where they said it one time.
They would just show like the package of merchandise.
Well, it was just like a thing to say one time, and it was around Joey Ryan. It was supposed to be a haha moment, and that's how this took off.
Yeah, and Joey Ryan's like, oh. But all of that, man, was epic. And our match grades for this, I gave it an epic. Corbin gave it an epic, and Chris Zero, epic.
Epic with sleaze.
And again, I'm saying if you're
Sleaziest
gonna
match on the card and also one of the best.
and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it twice, that if you are gonna do this, you have to slip into your Booker T voice.
Yeah,
With the greatest of sleaze.
It's the shucky ducky, quack quack moment of the night.
Tell me, not just say that. That's on equivalent levels of Vince McMahon going to John Cena. What's up, Mike?
It sounds like you're sounding like Gavin Johnson.
That's like the equivalent of Vince McMahon walking. What's up, my nigga?
Yep. And then it cuts right to Booker T.
Tell me
He didn't just say that. He had the look in his eyes like he was about to kill Vince. And John Cena had, I could only imagine John Cena.
All right, man. I've stayed in this podcast as long as I can. I got to take the kids to bed. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Later, Chris Zero.
Later.
Bye, Chris Zero.
All right, so Corbin Hyde, we got this. We got to finish this off strong. But that Chicago street fight though, one of the highlights for me, especially with the whole penis stuff. But let's get on to the Ring of
we're
Honor.
officially demonetized, by the way.
Welcome to Demonetized. Let's go ahead and get to the Ring of Honor World Championship. Book Flip Gordon versus the champion Jay Lethal, or as he brought back out this time around, yeah, dig it, Black Machismo, accompanied by the late great Macho Man Savage's brother Lanny Poffo. Yes, the genius Lanny Poffo.
Had frisbees to throw into the crowd.
Now, the characters brought out an A. Now the match was just great, B+ for me. Corbin and Kimberly give it a B+, great as well, and Chris Zero gave it a solid B-. Now the match, yes, the match wasn't an instant classic. The characters in it were. It was nice to see Black Machismo in it, but the match was for what it was. Great. Jay Lethal retains. Then after the match, Bully Ray comes out and attacks them both. But then here comes Chicago hometown boy Colt Cabana to make the save, and then they all put Bully Ray through a table.
And what was hilarious to me, it was a triple power bomb, and Bully is on top of Colt's shoulders.
And Bully's just like, oh my god, oh my shit. Like he was screaming it so loud you could hear him, and it's just like you about to go through.
It's like that moment at Takeover for the first Gargano Ciampa match where he got flung into Ronaldo and knocked the headset off, and Ronaldo screamed at the top of his lungs, and the whole arena heard him go, "Mamma mia!" And everybody in the fucking building, "Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Mamma mia!" Oh man,
there were some interesting crowd chants tonight.
There really was. The crowd was on fire, on point throughout the entire night. Black Machismo managed to actually hit a Macho Man elbow drop, if I'm not mistaken.
3 of them.
He hit 3 of them. Holy crap!
Back to back to win the match.
He did hit Lethal Injection, correct? Yes.
Or no, he hit 3 of them back to back and couldn't put him away, and then he hit Lethal Injection.
Yeah, the Macho Man elbows couldn't put Flip away, and at first I thought that was going to mean Flip Gordon would actually finally get to win, because apparently they were building it up like Flip Gordon was going to win, from the story standpoint, because Flip Gordon has never won the ROH Championship. Now, I would have been fine. I was fine with either finish. But Jay Lethal winning after lethal injection, bringing out Black Machismo. Now that when you take time to reflect, yes, that actually is the ending that made the most sense. Flip Gordon, no, I could probably tell you will get his time with that title in due time.
Oh, absolutely.
But great match. But now we get back to on my scale, mine and Dark Angel scale, epic. We get back to the epic part. Corbin Hyde said it was an outstanding A. Kimberly Hyde gave it the same epic A plus. Great B plus. And look at there with the s'mores cereal.
No, actually, what's it for?
I know, right? S'mores cereal.
Ooh, we should.
Yeah, there you go. Guys, by the way, if you guys, while Corbin does that, we will take a little break to plug, of course, because I do this somehow. We got to keep it coming to you guys. If you guys want to support the Patreon for only $1, as little as $1, you can go to patreon.com. That is patreon.com/Firestar Hart CRW. That is FIRESTAR HART CRW. You can also go to paypal.me/ I believe Firestar Hart to make the one-time donation, or like we pointed out in the beginning of the show, you can go get your own T-shirt from teespring.com. Teespring.com/Firestar Hart Omega Saint Blue, or the teespring.com/Firestar Hart Omega Deadly Saint, or teespring.com/Firestar Hart American Saint, or if you want to get our latest design, and a shout out to Street Fighter and joining the Hadoken Club, you can get the Ryu Hadoken Club Street Fighter t-shirt as per requested. Hopefully Kenny Omega will notice one of us wearing it and challenge us to a game. You can go to teespring.com/Ryu Hadoken Club. Wear a shirt, you might get noticed by the Street Fighter Omega himself. And ironically about that, Kenny Omega's main on Street Fighter is Cody. And we just talked about Cody earlier on, and it all ties into what match is coming up next. And folks, that is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion himself, the cleaner, Kenny Omega versus L0 Pentagon Jr. or Penta L0, however you want to address him as. And this match was, in my book, another 5-star classic, another A+ epic. Oh my God, man. What a back and forth match. But I think the thing I have to point out first was not only the couple things I have to point out in this match was Kenny hitting the V trigger on Penta, and Penta asking for more with the Cero Miero, and Kenny would do it again and egged him on, and he did again. And then that Zero Fear package pile driver on the apron. Those two, man. Oh my God. I thought Kenny was broken after that. And even after the arm snap, I was thinking Kenny was on the verge of losing, and he was.
You bring up that package pile driver on the apron, and my neck instantly starts to hurt. I wonder why that is.
Yes. My neck injury instantly rebugged after seeing that. I had for those who may not have known, my entire left side is completely messed up to a extent. it's not like something that bugs me every day, but it's something that bugs me every now and then. I'll either get like a shoulder cramp, something will happen to my neck, or my knee or my ankle, and my left leg will go out. But that doesn't happen as often as it used to, and I'd like to think it's because I've actually worked on actually getting into better shape for myself, which I think I've been doing okay on. I mean, I feel
Okay.
I've always felt okay, but I've had to deal with pain over the years, but I've managed to significantly lessify it. But there are some days, especially on rainy days, where sometimes that pain will just bug up, and so I could feel for Kenny on this.
Story time. Story time.
Story time.
Go for it.
2012. I was 15. Me and my friends did what 15-year-old wrestling fans do. We built a ring in the backyard.
Wait, you built a ring? Was it an actual viable good ring?
Yeah, we bought used tires and mattresses and built a frame and everything we could.
Oh, like a mattress ring. I could just sense that getting really springy.
Well, here's the thing. What we did was we got used tires for the second layer.
Oh, the mattresses were the bottom.
Yeah, we put the mattresses on the bottom and then used tires on the top. And then we put plywood over that, thin piece of mat down, canvas over that.
Oh, okay.
So it was a viable ring.
Okay, so that seems like a good budget makeshift ring. Okay.
Yeah, it was a viable ring. Well, dumbass, because some of us actually watch the How to Wrestle YouTube channel.
Right.
And while that's not the best way to learn, I'll say that you can at least get some form of education out of that.
Well, you can. The thing about me is I am actually self-taught, but like I've stated before, getting back into a professional scene, as far as I would go, I would be open to not only more training but refining my training that I already have taught myself. Because it's one thing to know, but then it's another thing to execute. And while I know and have executed, then it's definitely something to want.
Well,
The Crow Guy. Master M, what is up, buddy? How's it going? Thanks for joining in.
Here's where I'm going with this. I was supposed to take a brain buster.
Yes.
And my mind went, well, if I'm taking a brain buster, why don't I do a spike bump?
A spike bump?
For those of you who don't know what a spike bump is, you ever seen Van Damme take a DDT?
Yeah.
Where he spikes himself and straight up on his head?
Yeah. So you had the bright idea, or it seemed bright to you at the time to do this.
I figure, hell, this will look good on camera. We can sell it at school.
Yeah, I bet you were more than selling, weren't you?
I wound up damn near breaking my neck.
Yeah. So you learned your lesson.
And said, you can never get in a wrestling ring again, regardless of training or not.
They told you that?
Yeah. There are days that I have trouble walking.
Damn. I see. Damn. Now. Well,
that's why whenever I'm on camera, I'm laying down because I'm in so much pain that it feels better to lay down.
Well, to those of you who may hear a car in the background, that's a Wild Joe pulling up near or here to this house. So shout out to Wild Man Joe.
Which is why my dream is no longer to be a pro wrestler.
Oh, well, thanks for complimenting my girlfriend, Dark Angel.
My main dream now is to no longer be a pro wrestler, but to either become a writer for a wrestling program or become a head booker.
Well, hey, you know what? If CRW ever fails virtually, I've done CRW on the street before. Why don't we start making some ring stuff again? We'll find a way to get everybody together. By God, we'll start jumping. We'll start pumping out content like that. If I got to be different characters from the roster myself, if I got to be the entirety of the Deadly Saints gimmick by myself, I'll do it.
Here's the thing, dude.
Except for the girls, because she'll be the girls. But I digress. If we can actually get roster people to play those roles, cool too. But, hey, if you're down, I'll be down. We'll work on it.
Here's the deal. I'm going to be blunt with you. If we're doing this, I don't give a fuck what that doctor says. I'm getting in once or twice.
Well, I'll definitely do my damnedest to take care of you.
I'm getting in once or twice. I don't give a fuck what that doctor says.
I'm not going to be responsible for Corbin Hyde being in a wheelchair. I will tell you that, though.
I'm like Mick Foley. You can't keep me out forever. I've got a few stories. Actually, the story of how I lost my tooth back here.
Oh.
Some dumbass that we hired just for a chair shot moment did not know how to swing a chair.
There's two ways to the effective knowledge to swing a chair. It's either like this or like this to the back.
Well, dumbass goes like this to the side of my face.
That's a head-scratching moment.
And takes out one of my teeth.
Damn. Just damn.
Also gives me a concussion, but...
Also gives you a concussion. Well, you've been through it all.
But the concussion's easier to deal with than the missing tooth.
Yeah. I've been told I probably have some minor concussion issues myself. Playing some street football, I actually took a stiff football shot to the head, and it knocked me for a week. On top of wrestling, I was already taking some bumps somewhere on my head, but never anything as lethal as taking that football shot. And sometimes it messes with me, but it doesn't really mess with me.
Do me a favor, Phil.
Almost never.
Do me a favor, Phil. Your neck's already fucked up like mine. All right?
My neck's not in that bad of condition. It's not really my neck. For the most part, the neck part on me is mostly kayfabe, but my left side in general is all fucked up. No, I get real bad
mine is
sometimes.
My neck, I have like something to calm the pain.
Right.
It's usually either caffeine or nicotine.
Damn.
Because I don't believe in taking pain pills.
Right.
I don't believe in taking pain pills. I believe that if you're hurting, you need a cigarette and a soda.
Another thing that would probably keep me out of the WWE is I like to partake in the green to ease my pain. It's purely recreational for medicinal purposes, but WWE would not care. So,
well, here's the thing. As long as you're okay with losing a portion of your paycheck every time you fail the piss test for marijuana, they don't give a fuck.
What, in WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you know about this? I thought they started releasing superstars because of that.
Nope. Enzo let it leak. TM.
Oh, well, that makes sense now. Yeah, back to the match. Kenny managed to end up persevering all that punishment that Pentagon gave him. Hit him with the one-winged angel and get the pin. And then afterward, Chris Jericho, ever clever dude, for the build of his Rockin' Jericho cruise that's coming, I believe, later on this month.
Nope, October.
Nope,
October 27th through the 31st.
October 27th through the 31st to build for the Chris Jericho Rockin' Wrestling Cruise. God, I wish we could go. it's looking bleak. So I'm really not betting on it. But I would have loved to go.
Pause.
Chris Jericho appears,
Phil,
disguises Pentagon, and attacks Kenny Omega.
Phil, before you say anything, I know it's looking bleak for you, but my mom has promised me an epic birthday that I can pick my own present.
Oh.
My present is going to be 4 tickets on the Rock and Wrestling Rager.
No way.
Now, for obvious reasons, 2 of those tickets are going to be for me and Kim.
Well, obvious.
That's an obvious statement.
But
2 tickets left.
we were thinking maybe a double date with our 2 new best friends.
Wait, when did I become a best friend? I'm confused.
At least a few days ago.
Apparently.
Not every. Just because some people may give heat doesn't mean everybody's gonna follow the heat.
You know, I'm at this point where I don't care what people think. I'm at a point where whatever they try to do to get me to leave you, it ain't gonna happen.
Well, YouTube etches people in the shrine of things. So, yeah.
And for because you guys are wondering why you're my new best friends, I'm living my dream now. I'm a pro wrestling analyst.
I was actually wondering, how did I become a best friend?
well. Now that we got all this done, now comes the hard part: making a living off of doing this for everybody.
Wait, where does he?
But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think our analyst doesn't look worried about it at all. I'm not hardly worried about it, but I think we will. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen on this channel, you'll see my face on a channel that does. And that's a plug for when he launches his.
Yeah.
Yes. You haven't uploaded in months. Last thing I remember was like some Call of Duty stream.
No. One should have been the concert.
Oh.
No, wait. It probably was a Call of Duty one because the concert was.
Yeah, there you go.
Probably was. They went.
Yeah.
I streamed it.
But what do you think about how clever that Chris Jericho attack on Omega after the match was?
For those of you who did not see All In, the way they did this, the lights went out, and everyone in the building.
Fourth time that the lights went out throughout the show.
And everyone in the building, including myself at home, was thinking, "You don't think?" Because as much as I hate the guy, I was still holding out hope he'd be there.
CM Punk.
I'm sitting there. You don't think?
I swore I was about to hear.
I was thinking the same thing. And then the lights come up and nothing's changed. Pentagon Jr. is still laying in the middle of the ring.
Was he laying?
But slowly, he begins to get up. And you notice that he has these tattoos on one arm that look suspiciously similar to one Chris Jericho.
And all of a sudden, there's no tattoos on the other arm.
And
for those of you who know Pentagon, well, he's tatted. And we're talking double sleeves.
And all of a sudden, Pentagon hits a code breaker. The mask comes off, and underneath is Chris Jericho.
Bam.
Who says about 4 words. See you on the cruise, bitch.
Exactly. That's the only reason Jericho attacked Omega was to simply build the match. Because for those of you who follow them outside of the ring, they're like the best of friends. So the only their only logic apparently is for Jericho to just pop up, hit a code breaker on Omega, and go, see you at the next match, bitch.
See you on the cruise, motherfucker.
It's the best thing going. And an ironic thing about this is that it's apparently going to be Jericho and the Young Bucks as the Alpha Club taking on Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, and Marty Scurll. Or is it Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, and Kota Ibushi?
I'm not sure.
It's one of I think it's one of the three combos, but nonetheless, the rumor around the mill is that the Alpha Club is going to consist of the Young Bucks and Chris Jericho, as we've seen teased on being the Elite. Which, by the way, one of the best YouTube channels out there. I watch their episodes every time they come
out. And let's give amazing props to Cody and the Bucks tonight, because
this show overall, man, and we still have 2 matches left to review.
We still have 2 matches left to cover, so
it's definitely Dark Angel shakes the laptop every time. Folks, if you want to get us a desk, then we'll happily oblige to that. So with that note, as much as I love Kenny Omega, as much as I'm practically his biggest fan, Kenny, please notice me, man. Please, for God's sakes, notice me. My latest evolvement, my latest evolution of my character is pretty much you. So please, dude, notice me, man. Play around with me. Donate or something. I don't know. Shout out, merchandise, whatever. Picture, meet and greet. I don't care, Kenny. You're awesome. I'm gonna meet you somehow. Just I'm gonna meet up with Bret Hart again, but I don't know how.
And since we're shouting out wrestlers, for the love of God, Marty Scurll, come to fucking North Carolina.
Marty Scurll, you know what's ironic? He's in the next match that we're about to talk about.
That's why I brought it up. I actually love Marty Scurll, too. It's a wonderful little segue.
I actually love Marty Scurll, too. The villain, Marty Scurll, versus Kazuchika Okada. Now, the story behind the match is basically, can
a junior heavyweight
hang with the heavyweights? And the answer is yes. Now, let me retract back a bit before we get fully into this match. I'm not sure if I really gave my alphabetical grades for Omega and Penta, but I gave it an A+ epic. Corbin gave it an outstanding A. Kimberly gave it an epic A+, and Chris Zero gave it a great B. Just in case we did not mention that earlier, and if we did, well, now you got it again. And while we're doing those, I'll go ahead and give the ratings that we delivered for Scurll and Okada. I said it was an amazing match, gave it an A-. Corbin Hyde gave it an outstanding A. Kimberly Hyde gave it a solid B, and Chris Zero gave it an outstanding A. Now, I don't really hardly do plus or minuses, so A's to me are all the same, but the minuses and the pluses are there if you want to look into it and form your own opinion. Bottom line, the match was still really, 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 really awesome for what it was. Marty Scurll proving he could hang with the heavyweights, and it actually took before I go into how Okada ended up putting him away, I have to point out that umbrella that Marty Scurll had was specially fitted for the All In event. He pops it open, and whoosh, you see All In.
And if we're going to talk about pre-match moments, I loved the little debate like he was talking with bookers.
Yes. I loved it.
I love that where the Booker's like, "You'll never be anything but a junior," and all of a sudden Marty just
Marty's like,
grabs his finger and bends it backwards and then pops it, and then the other dude, "See, Marty, that's great. All you've got to do is that, and you'll win Okada's respect when he beats you." And then Marty does it again to the other guy.
Oh man, I love Marty, dude.
I wish he'd have come out with his wings tonight.
Okay, you want to advertise it? Go ahead. Why do I need to advertise it? Huh?
That I want to advertise snack.
Okay, well, Dark Angel's pointing out something over here as she's looking through it. Snack Crate. Your $5 box. Apparently, you can get some of the coolest snacks from Japan, which it looks like in this particular one that I'm looking at right now, you got a green tea kit, green tea Kit Kats, Berry Haichu, and Pepsi J Cola. Box set just $5 while supplies last.
Those of you who don't know what Snack Crate is, it's basically it's monthly if you do the monthly. But basically, you'll get snacks from around the world each month.
And something we, as wrestling analysts, wrestling gamers, and whatnot, content creators, would probably tell you some cool things to invest in. I have not yet personally, but I'm thinking about it. Just like I'm thinking about rebuilding my action figure collection while I'm rebuilding the video game and music collection for us all. Wrestle Crate. Wrestle Crate gives you some pretty cool products for monthly fees. Considering we aren't signed up for it, no, we do not have a discount code. I apologize. And as far as t-shirts concerned, I wish I had a discount code for you guys as well. I would say use discount code Firestar to save 10%. But with Teespring, I'm lucky to even put our designs out.
Well, if we want to give them a discount code, why not give them the discount code that was used in the show? That's good for the rest of the weekend, people. You can go to any store on Pro Wrestling Tees and use code ALLIN and save 20% on everything you buy.
There you go. There's your discount code for something. Go get you something pretty. But it took Okada leveled by the end of this match. Okada leveled Skrull with several Rainmakers, and the fact that Okada utilized several Rainmakers to put Skrull away, I think really helped build Skrull himself up as well. And
absolutely,
I think that might have been Okada's hard-hitting way of saying, "Yeah, I respect you.
Welcome to the heavyweight division, kid."
Yeah, welcome to the heavyweight division, kid. Now eat this Rainmaker." But
well,
man, I have to point out that when it first started, when the match first started, Okada looked bored as hell. And I'm guessing Okada just has resting bitch face.
Well, that's the thing with Okada. I don't know if you noticed that.
Or maybe I shouldn't call it resting bitch face. Maybe I should call it resting smug face.
If we're gonna talk about Okada and that bored face, unless he's in Japan, he always looks bored. Let's be real.
I never really hardly see Okada smile though. So.
Well, I mean, he never smiles, but in Japan, he doesn't look bored.
Well, I guess unless blank expressions are his thing, and maybe I was just overanalyzing it. But still some good stuff. It's still very solid. The whole show was very solid, and once again, we'll give you our final overall show grade. Even despite some of the match grades we all gave it, we were all able to settle on one single overall show grade. And we'll get to that after we get this main event match.
Which is rare when you have myself, Chris Zero, and Firestar Hart in the same room that we agree on something.
It took Chris Zero getting outvoted and having to level down to us in order for him to finally conform. But he was already outvoted to begin.
He was outvoted because it was like 4 against 1.
It took him listening to the explanation to go, oh, okay, yeah, I agree. And Corbin Hyde.
I'll bump it up.
Corbin Hyde will get to do it once we get there. He will get to do his hashtag and probably put us at further risk of demonetization.
If we weren't demonetized for the penis, we're going to get demonetized for my social media trend.
We weren't done with those jokes yet, people. But the main event, we close out All In. As strange as I felt it was still, I think, a fitting All In. I still think it was a pretty fitting main event. To me, there was with the way matches ended up on this, there's actually an argument or debate, if you will, that you could have.
The last 5 matches could have been the main.
Yeah, basically like the last 5 matches you could debate on having main event at that show. But
except maybe Lethal versus.
Yeah, except for that. Except for that. Take that out and put the other 4 up there. Now actually, I would can't. Now that I think about it, yeah, the Chicago street fight, yeah, not that either because it's a street fight. So yeah, but maybe that could have been a good co-main event. But I digress. The card still ended up strong.
Now pause. Let me tell you why I disagree with you on the whole street fight thing. That match had a stipulation, which meant it had meaning.
Okay, yes.
It could have main evented.
Okay, yeah. Well, that does make sense. But where my argument stands on that is how often do you really see a street fight main event that makes caliber sense? Now, where I agree with you is the fact that there, was a stipulation. So I'm basically a 50-50 on it, and that's why I say, okay, yeah, maybe. But anyway, this match also fits. It also works. The Golden Elite, which is Kota Ibushi and Matt and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks versus Team Lucha, which is Rey Mysterio, Bandido, and Fenix.
Rey Fenix.
The Golden Elite won, and we'll give you some highlights of the match. Golden Elite won.
Via Meltzer driver.
Match. I gave it an A-. Corbin and Kimberly said it was a great B+ match. Chris Zero said it was outstanding, gave it an A. It was good. It was really good. I liked Rey Mysterio wearing that Wolverine outfit to the ring as well.
That it didn't fit him, but it looked really cool.
Yes, it looked really cool. Yes, like you said, didn't fit him, but I got it. And can we also say that entrance? I swear, it almost seemed like they might have been going for a, oh my God, did somebody get attacked angle? Because it took Rey and them forever to make their way out of Gorilla.
Yeah, it did.
So I'm wondering, maybe what happened there, unless something was going on backstage, as they were coming up. Which could have been the case. It could have been just something as simple as that. But nonetheless, they all came out together. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't the Golden Elite also come out together?
Yes.
Yes. So, the teams made it out together. It was awesome. The Young Bucks got their, flippy-do shit in there. As Borg Laser calls it. Yeah, they got their flippy-do stuff in there, I reckon.
Probably one of the big moments
that's another
for me. For me, one of my favorite moves of the match was he sprung forward, did a forward roll, and then hit a destroyer.
Yes, that was awesome. You
That
know,
was cool shit.
funny thing, we said we were gonna do some mission. CRW. I should talk to Killzone about this, considering he mixes Brock Lesnar with the abridged and Borg laser in the Killzone. I tell him I go. You know what? We got a name for your shooting star press. We're gonna call it the Flippy Dude.
Or just not laugh.
Imagine this voice. I reckon I'm about to climb that there top rope and drop there one of them flippy dudes. Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to kill me, motherfucker?
He's trying to kill me, man.
Hashtag flippy dudes and penis flexes.
Speaking of hashtags.
The penis flex versus the flippy dude.
Speaking of hashtags. Before we reveal our review, I need everyone to open your Twitter machines and send a very clear message to one Dave Meltzer.
OTRS Central. I'll do my OTRS Central style thing in a minute, but you go ahead first.
I'd like to start a viral trend. Hashtag fuck Dave Meltzer. Because, yes, we are about to break our rating system. But we waited for one of the biggest independent shows of the year. This dude did it because he sucks Kenny Omega's dick.
I love Kenny
rumor and
Omega,
innuendo points to him sucking Omega's dick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to pretend to hear that.
Mine's just pure adulation for.
Yeah, no. Phil just enjoys Omega's matches. Dave Meltzer,
his gift. Plus having the Omega style like attached to me has really just been like a immense radiance off of my own career, off of my own character, Firestar's career.
And again, it's not like you sit there and look at
I'm gonna have a romance with Kenny Omega. Sue me. Why? Because I'm fucking perfect with it.
It's not like you're Dave Meltzer and you sit in a room and put on New Japan and like beat your dick.
Okay, and with that, we'll go ahead and give the OTRS Central style. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Oh no, he does. Well, I'm sure OTRS bangs his desk, but
fuck Dave Meltzer. That needs to be a shirt. Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Have a picture of me just banging a desk. Just no, it needs to be a picture of you banging the desk. You banging your hands on a desk with your mouth open like you're shouting it out in an angry voice.
No, just do my best Jim Cornette face. Just looking dead at the camera like this.
Jim Cornette. Oh my God.
Jim Cornette's going to be a subject for another day. Because I could talk for hours about Jim Cornette.
Oh, but man, just I loved it. I love this show, man. I absolutely
fuck you. Lose my fucking number. Go fuck yourself. Goodbye.
Jimmy by God Cornette. Oh my God.
My girlfriend has a favorite Jim Cornette line.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you what, bro. We're gonna have a Kenny Omega match on a pole, bro.
Thank you, fuck you, bye.
Kenny Omega on a pole match, bro. Swerve him for the ratings, bro.
God damn it, I swear to God, if I see Vince Russo in person, I'm going to blow his goddamn brains out.
But that's legit how Russo talks. Just get a bunch of the insane, annoying, comedic voices, put it all together in a compilation, and then here's Scott Steiner from out of nowhere. Give me a fucking mic! Uh-oh.
Give me a fucking mic.
I'll tell you who else you don't give a mic to. You don't give a mic to Killzone.
Give me a fucking mic. You know they say all men are created equal.
Well, look at this.
But you look at me, and you look at these other YouTubers, and you can see that statement is not true. I get the feeling that we're going to have to make a soundboard of moments like that.
Oh my god, dude. Let me give you something that the Mario brothers, Luigi and Mario Steiner. They are no longer Luigi Mario and Mario Mario. No, they are Luigi Steiner and Mario Steiner. And you can guess which one is frickin' Scott.
Luigi?
It's Luigi. There's no way in hell it would have been Mario. Mario is Rick. Mario. And when Luigi goes off on a tangent and Mario's just kind of looking at him confused, Luigi would just snap at him and go, "Yeah, bark like a dog, bitch! When I put you in the plumber's crack and send you to the map with the plumber's screwdriver, you're gonna know who the big bad Mushroom Kingdom booty daddy is. Hashtag fuck your princesses, bitch. Size does matter."
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Shut up, no, shut up, Ned. You're redneck, you got a redneck truck. Give me my bags.
Hang on.
My bags, Toad.
Okay. Phil, you have given me a brilliant idea for an episode of this podcast.
Scott Steiner.
No. Here's an even better one. At least a segment that we can do like once a week.
I do have to give it to Scott Steiner though, because he has seemed to have calmed down a lot over the years. All of our Scott Steiner jokes really stem from mostly his prime and a few years back.
Yeah. But anyway, here's the idea. Please comment if you'd like to see this. Each of us write down like 3 wrestlers' names.
Uh-huh.
On a card. Neither one of us can know which wrestler it is. We just have to know that we can do the voice.
We have to know if we can do the voice.
Yes.
Okay.
And then during a podcast, we hold up a sign, and this person has to cut a random promo on the topic we were discussing at the time as this wrestler.
Oh, God.
This is fucking genius.
Please, for the love of God, let me do it in Scott Stein.
I was going to let you have stuff. I
was sitting at the Bojangles the other day.
Fucking head. And it doesn't have to be a wrestler. It can be like anybody that you can really do the voice of. Like,
and that's why they call Luigi Steiner the freak plumber, bitch.
Well,
Freak
if you're
killer.
the freak plumber, then I'm the freak president. I'm the big bad booty
And like a
commander-in-chief.
Oh, God.
Look at these
I
muscles.
have a picture.
Look at these muscles.
I have a picture on this. Yes, Luigi does that. Size does matter, bitch.
Look at these muscles, baby. Look at these muscles, Melania.
I have a picture on this computer that I must send you of the Mario Brothers, and they're like scary jacked. And this was one of the things that made me go, "Oh, this is just writing itself. This is writing itself." Because I'm looking at this picture, and it's jacked up versions of Mario and Luigi fighting jacked up versions of Bowser and Donkey Kong.
Fucking the Steiners versus Hogan and Warrior.
Probably. I guess so. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say,
or Hogan and Savage.
Hogan and Bowser's Warrior.
No, Hogan and Savage and Bowser's Savage. Ooh yeah, dig it.
Ooh, yeah.
BDSM sex with Peach. Yeah.
Oh my God. Mario pounces in the castle. Luigi's like, "Go rescue the princess, bitch." No, wait. He can't say Amma. He goes, "Arma handles I'm gonna handle Bowser.
And the next thing you know, Donkey Kong's like, well, let me tell you something, dude.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Well, let me tell you something, dude.
I eat all the bananas. I eat all the vitamins, yeah.
I eat my bananas and I say my prayers and I'm able to throw these barrels
Brother
down.
Jack, dude.
Brother
Jack,
dude. Brother Jack, dude.
Brother Jack, brother Jack,
dude.
Oh, Lord. My Lord.
This is like the weirdest tangent we've ever got on.
I think so. But why not just segue into our overall show grade? Epic show, A+, a scale-breaking show, and no, we're not Dave Meltzer, obviously.
Dave Meltzer.
Fuck Dave.
You know what's weird that became this?
You know what?
I'm
going to say it.
It's the fact that there's ants trapped in acrylic nails, and it's a new and disturbing trend.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. Fuck Dave Meltzer.
Fuck him and his ants. Anyway, to us, it was a very fun show that we all enjoyed from top to bottom for the most part. There may have been a dip or two, and there sure as hell certainly was. But what wrestling show doesn't? But overall, the show was productive. Everything made progress, and it makes you want to tune in to future episodes to find out more about how things advance.
That's assuming there will be an all-in too.
Well, I mean, there doesn't necessarily even have to be an all-in too, though I'm almost certain there will be in due time. But storylines from here are still probably most likely going to advance to whatever.
It wouldn't surprise me if Cody went the route of his father and started being a wrestler and booker at the same time and kind of like founded his own promotion.
And it would be better than Jeff Jarrett.
It would definitely be better than Jarrett because...
Assume Jeff Jarrett position.
Oh, you mean flat on my face next to a bottle of alcohol, crying about the fact that Gold Force Gold didn't do shit?
I want wine, damn it.
Oh, there. There you have it.
Oh, that's Karen. There's Karen.
Oh, or Ozzy Osbourne. Sharon! I just had the creepiest wrestling promo of my life.
Assume the Jarrett position.
Assume Scott Steiner's position. Hashtag give me a fucking mic.
Assume the Scott Steiner position. Fat asses!
Why was Scott Steiner not at all in? That would have been as much of a disaster it would have been colossal.
It would have been fucking hilarious. Give me a fucking mic.
Give me a fucking mic. All right, first off, Cody, get your ass out here. Oh, I can show you who a real man is. That's right, your wife went home with me the other night. She called me her big bad booty daddy. Scott Steiner would just say everything. You put Scott Steiner on everything. It's just... It's gonna die. But it's going to die the most entertaining death ever.
Who?
When you put Scott Steiner on something. And who can forget Sid? Everybody knows that I'm twice the man you'll ever be. Everybody also knows that I got half the brain that you do.
Fucking, we so gotta play that game.
Trying to make me look like some kind of jackass. And meanwhile, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall are just in the ring after hearing that. corpsing so hard.
Even better. Here's one for you.
And Sid's just completely dumbfounded. He's like, "Wait, did I fucked up my lines, didn't I?" and an even calmer botch, but just as funny. Oh shoot! I'm sorry, I messed up. Can we go again? Oh, we're live, buddy. Oh shoot!
I think my personal favorite botch like that is because you were just looking for the right gay guy
at the right time, at the wrong place, at the right gay. Hulk Hogan. How did Hulk Hogan screw up like that?
Hogan of all, or even better was you want to play 21? I've got 22. You want to play blackjack? I got 2 of those too.
Ultimate Warrior, not a fuck up on the mic, but random.
Funny as hell. Warrior promos are fucking hilarious.
We're gonna ride this rocket ship to the fuel of the galaxies worldwide, and then we're gonna go over to Steinerville and watch him ramble on. Huh?
Yeah, here's the problem. You're missing something. You need to make it sound like you're snorting the ever snorted in your life.
That you what?
You're missing something. You need to make it sound like you're snorting the fattest line of cocaine you've ever snorted in your life. Yeah. There you go. There it is.
That was Ultimate Warrior.
That was.
God rest his soul.
I'm sorry.
God rest Warrior's soul. The man did a lot of cocaine in the 80s.
I don't want you to.
I think Warrior's promos were cocaine fueled. Diners were roid induced.
Hang on. Dude, that wasn't rocket fuel. That was cocaine.
No, man, rocket fuel sure is different nowadays. Oh no, man, that was great.
No, there's Ric Flair promos where I swear to God, Rick must have done a fuck ton of cocaine before them.
Woo!
One of my favorite Ric Flair lines is
and dancing around, elbow dropping that shit.
Hang on. One of my favorite Ric Flair lines. The limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing. Woo! Son of a gun.
Now, Ric Flair, you know you're. I can't even do it with a straight face.
You can't either.
I was about to go Scott Steiner again. I can't do it. Oh my God. They needed to be there.
Look at Flair just smacking his arms. That's just all we need to do a Flair promo nowadays.
Flair's smacking his arms. Scott Steiner's going AWOL. Sid Vicious is losing himself.
Look at Jake Roberts is finally recovering from his demons.
Yeah, well, yeah. Jake Roberts looks like he's about to perform an exorcist.
Hang on.
Oh
I've got another one for you. Warrior's somewhere with a nose full of cocaine.
God rest Ultimate Warrior's soul, man. What a legend.
He was a special person.
He really was.
Even if he did have some fucked up religious
views. He may have had his fair share of, fucked up moments throughout his life, but all in all, still, dude proved to be at least somewhat of a semi-decent guy.
I don't know if I'd say that.
But. Well, all right, maybe not all the way decent, but
semi-decent wrestler, yeah. Person, no.
But still decent enough for the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, the only thing you've really got to do to not be in the Hall of Fame is fucking kill yourself and your family, so.
Ooh. That's another controversial topic to talk about for maybe a different time. That will not be monetized, surely.
I can guarantee you that'll not be monetized, and I know a site we can do research on this topic on.
I keep hearing there are conspiracy theories all out there.
No, this is not conspiracy theory.
No. I mean, there's theories, there's maybe even facts. Who knows if he really? Here's what I'm gonna say about it. my belief is that he probably did do it. But my belief as to why he took his own life is because he actually came to his senses, realized, oh shit, did I do that? This is not cool. And he ended up killing himself because he couldn't live with the fact that he did it all while going crazy.
I think it came out a couple years ago that his brain looked like that of an 80 years old Alzheimer's patient or something.
Yes. Benoit was clearly out of his mind upon doing that. So at this juncture, I would say to call that a double murder suicide is probably the right assumption.
Yeah.
But I will say as well, and this isn't defending him or his actions or anything we've done. We all know that if he was actually in somewhat of a straight mindset and had taken care of himself or anything like that, he would not have done that to his family. There is no way in hell he would.
Oh, absolutely. Even Eddie and Chris, or not Eddie, but Chavo and Chris have said that.
Yes. And so Chris definitely wasn't in his right mind when he did it. And he probably, and the assumption of him when he killed himself, it was probably because he came to, realized what he did, went, this is fucked up, I can't live with that, off himself.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Well, this is a subject for another time.
Any insane man that becomes sane again, that was sane before becoming insane, that takes knowledge of that and goes, I can't live with myself. Yes, that is somewhat honorable. But the actions of all that are completely dishonorable and unforgivable. Whether he was in his right, whether or not he wasn't in his right mind, just take away all the medical crap. It was dishonorable.
I agree.
No matter how you put it, but to play it out, how fact that it most likely happened, because nobody's ever going to know.
And the interesting thing is,
wherever they are, or go down to wherever he may be, or he could be up there. Who knows? He might have been able to repent somehow and got his wings. You'll never know until you're a dead spirit and you've been able to go and ask for your damn self.
Let's just pause this discussion for another podcast, because I have some resources that I would love to show you off camera.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of the Wrestling Classics message board.
I have not.
They have an entire timeline from the moment Benoit died up until 3 weeks later, where you can see everybody's thoughts.
What?
Like two separate forums. One of them went to 1,000 posts, and it wouldn't take any more posts, so they had to create a second one.
Doggone.
Yeah.
And still, there are a lot of subjects in wrestling today that are very touchy.
So I highly recommend, for those of you wondering, those of you who did not get to live through it, those of you, the young viewers, who did not get to live, who probably have no idea what we're talking about when we say the name Chris Benoit, you need to go read that. It would give you some insight on what I went through as a 10-year-old kid who was a massive Benoit fan, who was there for Chris Benoit's last televised WWE match. Because, interesting fact, last televised WWE match was against Elijah Burke on ECW in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep.
And I was there.
I watched that match. Benoit was scheduled to face CM Punk that Sunday, and I believe Benoit was going to win the ECW championship.
Benoit was, actually. That's why Morrison won it.
Because the reason Morrison won was because Punk was never booked to win it. So they gave it to the replacement. And hey, Morrison ran with it to his credit. And yes, Johnny Mundo, as he is now called, he is also formerly John Morrison. And before that, Johnny Nitro. And before he had the wrestling thing in WWE, he was actually an assistant to Eric Bischoff for a short spell. But that's a little Easter egg for those who might not have recognized him. And Damian Sandow, Aaron Rex, whatever you want to call him, he used to be, I believe, Aaron something. But, Aaron Stevens.
Part of Michelle McCool's tag team with her teacher gimmick.
Yep. That was Clean Shaven Sandow.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sandow had actually been in WWE for about a decade. The more you know, am I right?
Yeah.
But all in, fantastic show, hands down, A+ from us. So we got some interesting CRW topics to up and one being the massive CJPW Intercontinental Championship Tournament that we have. Oh my God! All right, so Terry Funk is reportedly suffering from health issues. My God. Brad Bartles. Yes, we would say that. Okay, now in CRW news, for those who don't know, actually, guys probably did. If anybody has seen my match against Luke Jericho from back in January at CRW Murder Brawl 3, CRW stands for Chronic Revenge Wrestling, and it is a league that we get to show some highlights from time to time as we were able to come across footage. And works are always in progress. But anyway, we got this little interview with CJ Hart. I don't know if you guys can tell or if that's backwards.
I can. You can kind of make it out.
Yeah. CJ Hart, though, incredible up and coming talent. There you are. And you can actually see Rock Band in the reflection as well. So, yes, we will be playing Rock Band, getting some more XP after this. And we'll be going live on Twitch later on for some stuff.
Quick question, Phil.
Final Fantasy, whatnot.
Do you use the Xbox to stream directly, or do you have a capture card?
We use the Xbox to stream directly.
Damn.
This is this attire altogether, but this attire altogether. This is CJ Hart's White Rain Saint attire.
Okay.
White Purple Rain Saint or something like that. It's one of the two. But it's bad. It's really awesome looking. Not a lot of work actually had to go in. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. A lot of the work that was in the designing process of creating CJ Hart went into his tattoos. I don't half-ass when it comes to details on creating wrestlers, which is actually pretty much part of the reason why CRW hardly sees the light of day as far as getting massive amount of content up, which is why I hardly ever get to do universe mode on those 2K release drops. I don't have assistance on creating the roster. It's all me. And
you need to get a PS4 so I can help you out.
I want. Well, the thing about the PS4 is
we have a PS4, but the thing is, my PS4 just so happens to be in Tennessee with a family friend.
you need to get that family friend to bring it.
Let me make a couple phone calls and talk to you guys after the stream's over, and then let me make a couple phone calls tomorrow morning and see what I can do for y'all.
Oh boy! If I get my hands on a PS4,
I want my PS4. I don't want another PS4 in this one.
well, we'll have to figure out then how to get yours from Tennessee then. That, I mean, if you want yours, that's.
I do.
No, that's what I'm referring to. Let me make a couple calls. I can see about getting a ride up there from Greenville. I know some people. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but I mean, he could. I mean, mail my PS4 up here,
Well, that would be.
and that would cost, and that would involve me sending him money out to him for him to send it up here.
There's a way to do this without having to go through anything essential. But we'll plan that out off camera. Because somehow or another, one of us will get an Xbox One and the other will get their hands on a PS4.
The reason I say that is it would be a whole lot easier to organize this multiple company league between myself, you, and Chris Zero.
I mean, because my stuff is literally at a family friend's house.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get it. We'll get it.
And I have to get caught up with the game for friend of mine.
Alright. But we got some big news from the world. CJ looking really determined heading into the Intercontinental Championship tournament. And we just got news broken that King, yes, Tekken's King, is entering that tournament as well. And the lion-headed promotion known as Chrono Japan Pro Wrestling is the host to this tournament, of course, being CJPW. That is why. CJ Hart looking to prove why he is the favorite. He has his Hart Legacy attire ready to go as well, ready to launch. The guy is no slouch out there in the ring. And if you look closely, you can see scars on his chest. This dude is a fighter. And he has a heart of a champion. So we're going to see how CJ fares as part of the newcomer, new breed that's come into the PRW franchise and is wrestling on the circuit of CJPW. That is a very cool thing. I just came off of a year-long run as CJPW World Heavyweight Champion. That was fun. I put the Suicide Messiah RPM over. That was fun. That happened a few weeks ago at CJPW New Moon Rising. And then we went on to CRW Summer Brawl, where I successfully defended my CRW championship against Johnny Gat. He is. We wrote him off. We wrote him off of an injury because Gat is actually taking some time off right now. He'll be back in a couple of months, and we'll be picking back up as Saints again. Right now, I'm gonna just continue. Right now, I'm actually in the middle as far as CRW goes. It's not necessarily for CJPW, but like on the main CRW show, I'm actually in. I'm actually playing a heel role right now. So for those of you guys who say, "Oh, he's a babyface," which I don't know really anybody that complains about it. But if there's one or two out there, then for those of you who do say, "Oh my God, he's nothing but a babyface. He just plays babyface too much." Well, guess what? I'm being a really big ass heel right now, and I mean we're talking mean. We're talking like mean, bad to the bone, douchebag. Playing to the past, playing to my past demons heel.
Here you
and
go,
I-
Phil. I bet you I can name another one of my characters that you didn't know was me.
Who?
Taven Andrews.
I don't even know if I knew of Taven Andrews.
Deacon Andrews, former DRW World Champion, ran with Joe Tinsley's congregation.
The Deacon.
The Deacon. Do you remember the Deacon?
I remember the Deacon, but I kind of thought that was Joe Tinsley.
That was me.
Oh, good
The
stuff.
Deacon was me.
So you messaging me out of the blue that one time when you knowing me that, and so yeah, there was definitely a moment there. Because for a moment I was like, wait, why is I remember this guy? And then my memory like just refreshed. I was like, oh shit, yeah. This dude's cool. Yes. But a lot of cool stuff's coming, so be sure to tune in later, folks, for all of that. We're gonna hop off of here in a minute and get some rest, but we do got some things that we want to share for you guys that we're gonna try to work on getting out. I'm still editing some videos that will come out in due time. Just be patient. I gotta create some stuff for it, edit it all together, and whatnot. So that just takes a little bit of time, and I'll get to it as we're able to. We got some streams that we're going to try to do throughout the day, maybe if we're able to. It might take, it might not happen all in one day. It might, we don't know. But there's a plan to do some 2K, plan to do some Final Fantasy. And,
Wait, which 2K? WWE or NBA?
And somewhere over the rainbow, there's a slight chance of redoing the Mortal Kombat X story mode to see if we can get less echo. I heard there was a couple of problems last time throughout those uploads that we had echoes in the background. But if you guys want to go back and watch them, and if you guys want to judge the sound quality for yourself, if it didn't bother you that bad, cool, we'll stick with it. I mean, I kind of worked with it. But if you guys want it redone with the possibility of less echo, then we can do that too. And a special thing that I really want to do, but I've been kind of reserving myself for it because I want to get it all on Xbox One so I can stream it clearly and with its good crisp quality picture as possible. There is going to be a story told about the Deadly Saints faction, how the gimmick all came to be. The story is going to be told through possibly the most special of playthroughs of the entire Saints Row series in YouTube or Twitch history. I'm telling you, the legacy
And speaking
of Saints as being told through the Saints Row series. And no, you will not see my face on screen for that. I will narrate it, and I may possibly have my face up there for a moment, but this is to represent a movie style gameplay. So it will tell you the story from Saints Row 1 all the way up to possibly even Agents of Mayhem. The Legacy of the Deadly Saints. We will incorporate stories about those years, around the times of those games releases. We'll use canon to mold the concept for you guys. Toss in the wrestling stories that go along with it. It's a massive plan, and it seems massive, and I want it to be massive. So that's why we haven't done it yet. But it is a thought, it is a concept, it's in the works. And if I another person to commentate it, we will do that. But subject on plans, we can even save that for another episode. We can just come in and have a chat with you guys and see what's going on, see what you guys are looking forward to or whatnot. We want to keep being able to bring content like this to you guys, and we will do it however we can. So, we want to thank you guys who are tuning in, who are supporting, who are subscribing, who are sharing, doing anything because we really appreciate it. We're enjoying it. We're here. We're back. And this is the first official episode of the Deadly Saints podcast. I wanted to thank you guys for bringing this to fruition. It's been absolutely amazing. Eventually, once we sell everything through, you'll be able to get the podcast for yourself to listen to whenever you want. That's a work in progress in and of itself. But I think I know how to do it. But I'm not going to do it right away after doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I'm a little bit more awake. It is almost 4 a.m. in the morning here in Virginia. So
It's almost 4 a.m. here in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I just got the channel uploaded.
There you go. So we hope you guys enjoyed the all-in review. We hope you enjoyed all the random tangents, all the little bit of story that we just gave you guys. Corbin Hyde is now part of CRW. In what capacity? We don't know. It's up to him. He can be a wrestler. He can be a part of management. He can be a commentator or whatever, promoter. Who knows? Corbin Hyde knows.
We'll reveal that at a later date.
Yeah, we'll reveal that later. But he is there. And we are open to having audience members in the group now, as it will provide more of a home-based reach for us. I also have an official Facebook fan page, which is Firestar Hart -CRW Universe, where I always advertise on there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. For those who may not have known, I've also dabbled in music. We dropped a rough instrumental demo last year, I believe it was, it was either last year or, yeah, it was last year, I believe, of an instrumental that my buddy Jordan and I had made. Jordan Wilborn, great instrumental maker. He makes beats and stuff like that, all from the power of his phone, and they all sound amazing. We made a demo for one of the songs I have written called "Angels and Demons." It's a progressive metal track. I've been working on an official demo release for it for a long time, but I've never been able to quite apply the lyrics correctly to the instrumental. So I've been in a process over the last year of trying to rework the instrumental to fit around to my style of how I've been singing the song. And while I have an idea of it, I've had no way to do it, which is why it hasn't dropped. So there's a slight music update for those of you who may or may not have known about that. But I put music kind of sort of on the back burner because we're focusing on trying to bring content to you guys at a more efficient rate. And we're also trying to bring the gameplays back up to a steady area, which may also see, straight up CAW shows take somewhat of a back burner. It just depends on how all that works out. As far as I've been concerned, which is why Corbin Hyde, I encourage you to find a way to get an Xbox, because Xbox is and I'll tell you why Xbox is actually my main console, and it's because of Rock Band. And I love getting the wrestling games for Xbox in general. But I have no problem helping getting a PS4 as well. Obviously, because there is something that is on the PS4 that is not currently on Xbox right now that I am very much excited for, and that's already out. That, of course, some of the stars at All In tonight, or last night, are indeed part of that, and that is Fire Pro Wrestling World. Fire Pro Wrestling, I hear
Actually,
about. You're on now, aren't you?
on what? Fire Pro Wrestling World or WWE?
Which one is it?
It's WWE. I'm working on clearing the system so I can actually
Play it.
start. So I can actually start this up,
All right. Well,
so I can actually try and start up Demand Pro Wrestling.
Well, there you have it, folks. All In review, some stories, some random tangents, and some plans about what's coming up. So, with all that in mind, folks, just stay tuned, and we'll be back. This is a pretty long podcast, but we're going to try to make them more timely in the future. So, they won't always be this random spent, but we hope you enjoyed them nonetheless. We are the Deadly Saints Nation, and you guys can subscribe to us and join us. I am Firestar Hart. That's Dark Angel. That there.
I'm Corbin Hyde. That there sleeping on the couch is Mrs. Hyde.
And we are out until next time. We're able to see you guys through the power of the internet. Let that be internet, they said. And we all happily oblige, because who doesn't want to be on here entertaining people for a living?
I agree.
Good night, everybody. Bang.